You know that feeling when you used to be the first one on the dance floor and the last one to leave the party. And now the thought of a crowded room just makes you want to curl up with a good book and a glass of wine at home. Have you ever wondered why that incredible outgoing energy you had in your 20s and 30s seem to just disappear as you hit your 40s? Well, fortunately, you're not alone. And the answers that I'm going to give you today might as well surprise you. Hi everyone, welcome back to Kajo MTV. Ka lina ke nna Mogadi aka Kajo, ngwanyana ka Jeno, ngwanyana Limpopo based in Cape Town, and you are watching another episode of And Just Like That We Are 40. Guys, I missed you so much. Last week I couldn't shoot. We had power outage, unfortunately. That's why I couldn't upload any videos. But we're back now with more interesting content. So please remember to click on the subscribe, hit the notification bell, and don't forget to give the video the thumbs up. If I can continue, guys, everyone that always comments and new subscribers, please just put up a flag of where you're from on the comment sections. Like, for example, I would say, I'll put a South African flag and say, Kajo checking in. I just want to give shout out to all of you and to show you how much I appreciate your love and your support. Now, let's dive into this. I used to be a questionable social butterfly. Oh yes, and you're not gonna believe it. In my 20s and my 30s, my calendar was perpetually jam-packed with social engagements. Come dinners, come spontaneous road trips across South Africa with my phone was constantly buzzing with invites, messages, and I genuinely thrived on the energy of being constantly surrounded by people. Where is the next adventure, I would ask? Who's up for a road trip? Spontaneous weekend getaways, they were my thing. But fast forward to today, in my 40s, and you'll mostly likely find me opting for a braai with my family, perhaps and a glass of wine with a close friend, or just enjoying my own company. So exactly what happened. Why did the social Marvin transform into a contented homebody? And why do I genuinely prefer this quieter way of life? Guys, I've not only lived this profound life by myself, but I've also spent countless hours reflecting on it, doing research and trying to find the psychology behind it, and talking to others who've experienced similar changes in their lives. This isn't just a personal story, it's a deep dive in a common yet often acknowledged evolution in adulthood. By the end of this video, you will gain a profound understanding of why this transition is incredibly common, completely normal, and why embracing a more solitary life is beneficial for your well-being and for your health. Get ready to unpack the truth about social energy and aging. Today, I'm going to share the surprising, often unspoken reasons why I've embraced a more solitary life in my 40s and for my well-being, for my emotional, even my physical well-being. This isn't about becoming antisocial, guys. Don't get me wrong. It's about becoming more intentional with your precious time and energy. If you are an aspiring YouTuber or you have an Instagram page, whatever social media page that you have, and you want to grow your channel is not growing as much as you would like, I will put the info of Jamie Actor. She is my SEO manager. She helps me with everything, starting from thumbnails, pushing my videos, making sure that my videos go viral. She knows how to work with the algorithm and everything. If you need help to grow your channel and you are stuck, you don't get views, you don't get subscribers, you don't get comments, and the algorithm is not pushing your videos, please contact Jamie. You can send her a WhatsApp. She will, I can assure you, she will get back to you as soon as you hit that number. She will get back to you. She's in Bangladesh. I was skeptical at first when she contacted me, but she is legit. She's not a robot, she is a human being. She is legit. She will help you to grow your channel to get more views. Please contact her on the number below. I will also put her details in the description box. Jamie Actor. I'll put her WhatsApp number. I'll put her email address, and that is her picture. You can contact her. Point number 1. Do you ever feel utterly exhausted after a large social gathering, even if you supposedly had fun? Remember those endless conversations where you felt like you were just making a polite small talk, exchanging pleasant without any real deep connections? Guys, back in my 20s, I genuinely thought that being around social gatherings and having more social interaction equal to happiness. I'd go out to parties, big parties, network events, concerts, or even just crowded brides, and I'll spend hours circulating, introducing myself, trying to remember everybody's name, of which I'm really bad with, and trying to keep multiple surface level conversation afloat. I distinctly remember one massive New Year's Eve party. My friends and I, we hired a car. Just to party hop. We were not invited to any of those brides, but we felt the need that we need to be out there. It's New Year's Eve. And we went to parties of people that we don't even know, interacted, had fun, and you smile with people, you give them compliments, you compliment each other like you've known each other for a long time, of which you know none of that ain't real. But I was so determined to be social. I smiled, I laughed, I nodded, I made small talks for hours and hours. I woke up the next day feeling utterly depleted. I felt like my mind had ran a mental marathon, not from dancing, but from sheer relentless effort of performance engagement. It was like my social battery had been completely drained, but I hadn't received any real charge in return. Now in my 40s, tolerance for those kind of interactions has plummeted. My brain just can't, guys, or won't. It refuses. I refuse to engage in that kind of energy output without any meaningful return. The thought of it feels like a chore and not an opportunity. I've realized that while genuine connection is vital, the sheer quantity of superficial low quality interactions was actually draining my energy, leaving me feeling empty and exhausted rather than truly connected or replenished. Guys, my social energy had become a finite and a precious resource, and I'm far discerning about how I spend my time and who I spend it with. And pause. It's a record. As you've gotten older, have you found yourself craving profound, meaningful connections over a wide circle of acquaintances? Feel like you have less patience for an unnecessary drama. When I was younger, my social circle was incredibly vast. Weekends were a blur of group outings, and my phone was constantly buzzing with plans. Group chats, that time we were using Mixit when I was in my 20s. And sometimes the inevitable cascade of personal drama. I vividly recall periods where I felt like I was constantly mediating disputes between friends, offering endless emotional support for perceived slights, or navigating complex social dynamics that truly had little to do with me. One particular summer, I spent more time trying to resolve a trivial argument between two friends that I did not even focus on my own well-being. It was emotionally exhausting and took up an incredible amount of emotional space. As I've matured into my patience for this kind of energy-spitting drama has worn thin, guys. I can't stand drama. I've become incredibly selective about who I invest my time and emotional energy in, recognizing that my capacity to genuinely be there for others is enhanced when my own cup isn't constantly being drained by external cause. You know why? Because I have discovered that my capacity for true, reciprocal, and meaningful connection is exponentially higher when I focus on my energy on a smaller, trusted circle of friends, leading to significantly less drama and vastly more genuine fulfillment and support. I'm no longer willing to sacrifice my for popularity. We are not there anymore. Point number 3. When was the last time you truly spent quality time alone, just with your thoughts, without any external distractions? Do you ever feel a quiet yearning for more peace and stillness in your life? For much of my younger life, being alone felt like almost foreign or even slightly uncomfortable, if I should say so myself. And if I wasn't socializing, I was filling the quiet moments with noise, playing music, podcasts, television, or scrolling through social media. That time we had Facebook alone. The idea was just sitting in silence. My own thoughts felt like a void. I felt bored. I felt lonely. I couldn't stand being on my own. I couldn't be in my own, like in a room by myself and just listen to myself, to my own thoughts. But in my 40s, something profoundly shifted. Like I said, when I started not craving quiet time, but needing it. I remember taking a long solo drive alone in the parts of Cape Town. And instead of feeling alone on that, I felt incredible sense of peace. I felt clarity and genuinely, I felt self-discovery I haven't experienced in years. It was during that long drive and the quiet on the road that I truly started to process emotions, clarifying my values, brainstorming new ideas, and simply being myself without external pressures. This solitude became the fertile ground of significant personal growth in my life, allowing me to reconnect with my authentic self in a way that constant external stimulation had previously prevented. I've come to understand that solitude isn't about being lonely or avoiding people. It's about intentionally creating sacred space for deep self-reflection, profound personal growth, radical self-care, and ultimately a powerful recharging of your mental and emotional being. It's where I found my deepest peace and I started finding direction. If you found yourself nodding to all the pointers that I gave you, or perhaps felt a little pang of recognition in your own life, then you are absolutely not alone. This shift towards valuing quiet and intentional connection is a completely natural and deeply beneficial evolution that many of us experience as we mature. If you are intrigued by the idea of cultivating more peace, clarity, and self-discovery in your daily life, and want to truly harness the incredible benefit of being comfortable in your own space, then you absolutely must watch my next video. It's titled The Power of Silence: How Embracing Quiet Time Can Transform Your Life. In this video, I share practical strategies and meaningful practices to help you integrate into a more intentional solitude and how to put it in your busy schedule, leading to greater focus, reducing stress, and stronger sense of self. Don't just exit it. Truly thrive in your own unique way. Click on the video on your screen right now to dive in if you haven't already. Please make sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on insight and strategies of living a more peaceful and fulfilling life. Thank you for watching Kajo MTV. I absolutely love you.